My cousin Deb asked me for an update on my backyard, so I thought, yeah, it's about due. So we'll start at the top. Here we've got some pigeon pea seedlings that are long overdue to go in the ground, but they're amazingly resilient. They're sitting in these tiny little 50 by 50 seedling plants, and look how tall they are. That was corn that never took. It's been there. My asparagus bed. You can see it's dropped down over the years. The soil was all the way up the top, so it's dropped down by about a foot, so 30 centimetres. It's not dead. This is what they do every winter. Yes, it used to scare me the first year. I thought it was goners for sure. So, oh, look at that. Fresh new little asparagus shoot. It tastes really, really nice, but I'm going to leave him for now. Cut off all the dead asparagus and let that be, so that come spring and summer they'll be shooting up and I'll just be feasting on delicious spears. Okay, on to the other side. Now this bed, I don't know what I'm doing, it's just my crappy gardening skills, but there's a couple of little seedlings that are there, like Thai basil and regular basil, but I'm going to convert this into just a down and dirty wicking bed from scrap bits of whatever, and give that a go. It's got to be better than what's happening here. This is a little plastic greenhouse that I inherited from a mate, hi Glennis. These seedlings are going to go into the wicking bed. So I've got some beans there, some cabbage, kale going as well. This is my new system. I'm a little wicking seedling trays, so to speak, so whenever I forget to water them, they're going to be fine. And I planted these about 8 days ago, and there's things coming up already. I have no idea. I've got it all on a spreadsheet upstairs, which I label as soon as I plant it. And that seems to be going well. My special Thai mango, which got smashed by some animal. This is my new little potting table, which I built from pallets. These are all cuttings from my nectarine and blood plum. I figured from pruning, why throw it away? So I took all the cuttings and just started to chuck them in some pots. If they take, they take. I put them in a little bit of rooting powder. More garden beds overgrown with some pawpaws, volunteer pawpaw growing in there. Yeah, weeds. This used to be my brassica cage. I'm going to convert that into a wicking bed as well. Just more things to do. And bloody turkeys. This is a pomegranate that survived in a pot like that for about a year and a bit. And now I've transplanted it just before, or during dormancy. I don't know how it's going. It looks dead, but you never know with plants. Okay, kaffir lime tree. I'm going to move this. It's in some prime position, but realistically, I use maybe 12 or 15 leaves a year. So I'm going to move that to the side. This is just a lemon tree grown from seed that I got from a mate. Hi John. Tahitian lime, which I bought. That's going gangbusters. It's loving it here. Dwarf lychee. It's just taking its time. Little chili plant. I had a good haul for such a small bush a couple of months ago. I actually decapitated these with the whippersnipper, so these were like little stumps in the ground, and it's just come back, so that's been great. This poor fella is a giant lau. He's been transplanted about 5 times. No, just kidding. 3 times. It's still not good enough. And then I've moved him here, and this gets a lot of wet. So they like the wet, and I figured the shade would be good for it as well. So we'll just see how spring treats. Looks like a little bit of new growth. It's kind of good. So see how that goes. over here, got a Malabar chestnut. I read you can get them nice and ornamental and get them intertwined, and I thought, well, why not? They're both in the pot anyway, and with my limited space I thought, let's make a weird twisted tree. Okay, over here, just put a carver. This is going really, really well. There's a lot of good foliage. Looks like it's going to survive quite well. My fig tree doesn't look very good, but it's been pumping out a fair bit of figs in the last year. A new growth, you can see. We are having a very mild winter, so it's almost like a couple of days ago it was 27 degrees for being 2 weeks out of midwinter, so that's pretty awesome. That's 81 Fahrenheit for you in the US. So far, I mean, it's only been a year or two, but the figs haven't been really sweet, but that's probably because I've been picking them early, because if I don't, they get smashed by the possums. Over here is passion fruit. It's a golden Hawaiian, but I'd chuck it here as a bit of a wasted space, and I'd put it up against this shed with a bit of lattice. Down the side of the shed is scary snake country, which I do plan on actually moving, try to utilise. Yes, I have a big fear of snakes, because that is a bit of an eyesore, and I want to get it out of the main garden area and just tuck it down the sides. That would be a perfect fit, but I'm going to need a friend's hand. Now, where to next? Okay, look at all the weeds. It's my nemesis. Okay, this here is a guava. It's a Hawaiian or tropical. They're pretty resilient. I mean, something's smashing the leaves, but it'll grow back. These beds did have zucchini and corn going in it, but I might convert them into mini wicking beds as well. This here looks like a stick, but it's actually a nashi pear. It's got a lot of buds there. I might top its head off. I did think about giving it another years of growth before I attack that. And pruning. Oh. This little white satin nectarine has been giving me some amazing fruit for the last couple of years. I've just chopped it back, and yeah, it makes me cry when I'm cutting off all these lovely branches. I'm actually thinking of grafting a peach graft and giving grafting a go, so that might be in the next video. See if that works. I have no idea what I'm doing with that. Lemongrass gets, well, we'll see how that goes. This is actually turmeric that's died back. I'm going to try and find the root, or hopefully the turkeys haven't eaten it. Up here, some dying Queensland arrowroot, but that comes back every year as well. And that's galangal, which is going amazing. The turkey's been smashing this little area I've been trying to prepare. I'm hoping to put some big Bambusa Laco, Timor Black bamboo. So they will look beautiful in the corner here. This here is my freshly pruned, what's this? Satsuma plum. There's the label, there it is. Satsuma plum. I'm pretty happy with this. This is one of my first pruning jobs, and I'm getting my nice little bowl shape. So hopefully this will all work. And I haven't actually had any fruit off this yet, but we'll see. Hopefully this year I'll get a little bit. Okay, over this side, my Brazilian apple, custard apple, Bariba. So that's going okay. It's got a whole new bud growth. I actually topped this one as well, cut its head off, and yeah, it seems to be going still pretty nicely. This here is the black sapote. It needs a bit of a feed, but yeah, it looks a bit spindly. Strangely, I bought 3 or 4 of these and gave them to friends, and all my friends' ones are doing really, really well. This is ponytail palm. Well, this is a Mamie sapote. So it's not a very common one. I topped its head off and kept it short, and it's got growth at the top. I haven't seen any budding yet along the stem, but it's still early days, it's still winter. And this, well, this is a cutting of a bamboo sulaco, which I'm going to move over there because it needs a bit of a large diameter for its base. Here's a clumping bamboo. I'm only going to put clumping in here, but I figured it'd be nicer in the corner, and if it works, it works. So that's pretty much a rundown of the backyard and what's growing and what's not growing. There's a heap of weeds, but that's just a constant battle with any gardener, I guess. Okay, have an awesome day. And I almost forgot my mulberry tree. So I cut this down 2 years ago because it was growing way above and over my roof line, and it reminded me when the wind hit it. So I decapitated them. Well, actually went all the way down to a stump, but they're just amazing root systems and they just keep coming back. That's a good thing because the fruit is delicious. So what I've done here is all the main branches which I wanted to keep, I've just tied off using the baling twine from my secret stash of sugarcane mulch. The idea being, if I bend it down, just train it this way, and then now that I've snipped off its head, as it hardens, it'll harden into that position. And you can see a bit of new growth coming, so it's perfect time just to get all that pruning done. Oh yeah, and my chicken McMansion. It's going to be awesome, I guess, if I ever get around to finishing it. Really love building it, but I still have to do the fence, and I'm trying to work out where I'm going to put some privacy bamboo, because the neighbours have full sight in towards my house and yard, so I want to find something suitable for that little spot there. So I don't know whether to go fence all the way around the bamboo or to go just to cut across there. But yeah, this will be another video. Have an awesome day.